Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope everyone is enjoying your Saturday mornings, heading into your Saturday afternoon and early evenings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time joining in, I appreciate the investment. If you're someone who comes in on a regular basis, thanks for living life on Mars. You know I love y'all. Um, hey Kelsey, thanks for joining in. Um, so, we're in here today doing 30 books in 30 weeks. This week's selection for week 21 out of the 30 is Peace from Broken Pieces. As you guys come in, feel free to invite somebody else into the conversation. Share the video out. If you come in later and you're catching it on the replay, feel free to like, comment, share. Definitely spread the motivation, spread some good word with your community, with your tribe. For those of you who may be coming in for the very first time and not familiar with me, you don't really know what I do, what 30 books in 30 weeks is all about, allow me to share with you. I cannot see. Whew. Hey Dale. My name is Marcy Batiste. I am America's #1 success and recovery trainer. I'm an author, I'm a public speaker, and more than anything, I live life on Mars and I'm sold out to my happiness. And what that means is really truly allowing happiness to be my guiding light. That's my beacon. What I do, does it take me closer, get me closer to happiness, or take me farther from it? If it takes me farther from it, then it's something that I potentially need to eliminate or modify in some way. One of the things that motivates me the most is to be able to be the spark that ignites the light for someone else to discover and embrace their star power and really truly experience life unedited. So many times we edit our whole lives to please everyone else, only to get to a certain point where you realize you're unfulfilled, you're emotionally and spiritually blocked. You feel unfulfilled, you feel like you have nothing, you feel like everything was for a waste, it was a waste of time, you feel like there's nothing left to give. You reach kind of that bottom place where you're just like, really, is this all there is? And that's that place where I was sharing yesterday, when that's where all bets are off. It's time to get your house in order. And experiencing life unedited means making the necessary changes for you to be able to enjoy what you do and enjoy the life that you create for yourself, so that you love to live your own life. A lot of times we look at other people and we're like, oh, I wish I had more of what they have, or I wish I lived their life, but you don't know their experiences, you don't know their story. Oftentimes we see the fruit, but we haven't seen the root, so we don't know what they've been through to get where they've gotten to. And so it's hard to judge and it's hard to base, and so I always encourage people, stay reality based, stay centered and focused on you, stay in your own lane, drive your own car, that type of thing. So that's what reality based coaching and training and reality based living is all about. I know for a fact that it works. I know it works for me. I know it works for my clients. So today, 30 books in 30 weeks then is a part of a personal development journey that I embarked on late last year, and decided that I just wanted to share with my Facebook tribe and my online tribe, whether it's on YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever you're finding me at, that these personal development nuggets. So much of this I share with my private clients and my small group coaching clients, and obviously on a much deeper level, but the philosophies and the principles and so forth can help so many people, and that for me is a game changer. That's what makes me happy. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me up and going and inspired in times when maybe I feel like I don't really want to get up. I don't really feel like I want to do anything, but I know that by me doing something, I potentially can help someone else, and I can inspire them, or I can motivate them to begin to experience life in a new way. So that's what makes me go. That's what keeps me going, and that's what allows me to truly love what I do. And that's part of experiencing life unedited, to love the life that you create for yourself. So today we were talking about when you don't know what to do. And so many times we get, like I said, to that point where all bets are off. You've given all you've got, and you still just feel unfulfilled. Like your life doesn't suck, but you just don't feel fulfilled. You feel like there's still something missing. There's an integral piece of your happiness that's missing. That if you could just find this one extra thing, what's going on, Hassan? If you could just find this one extra thing, then your happiness would increase exponentially. And so the message today, like I said, we're talking about, I'm reading in Peace from Broken Pieces from Iyanla Vanzant, and one of the things that Iyanla shares in her book is that when you don't know what you want, there's no chance you'll ever get it. And so, when we talk about, I talk to clients all the time and prospects when they're searching and they're like, do I want a coach? Do I want to make that investment? It's a substantial investment to hire a private coach. So one of the things that, we talk about in depth in those initial meetings, even before we get to onboarding and they've decided, yeah, I want to sign up, is you have to be clear on what you want. I don't even want you as a client if you're not willing to get clear about what you want, because you're going to continually be dissatisfied. You're not going to have the tools in your toolbox to own that. So you're going to blame other people. You're going to blame either your coach, you're going to blame your family members or whatever. And so you have to get clear about what is it that you want. And sometimes you got to dig through some stuff to figure that out. I went through, I can't tell you how many various scenarios before I realized that the stuff that makes me happy is so minimal. It's so minimal. Like, it's little bitty stuff. It's quiet moments. It's like burning a great incense in the house, and the whole house just smells like serenity. It's quiet time alone. It's jazz music. It's going to see a live performance. It's such small, insignificant things that give me joy. But if I didn't take the time out to figure that out, I had invested hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, we can talk about real estate and cars and all this kind of stuff, to please other people. Those things were never for me. Those things weren't the things that made me happy. I'm happy talking to clients. I'm happy working my business. I'm happy just chilling. I don't need all the extra. Hey, Frederick, thank you. God bless you too. So when you go and you begin that journey, and you're oftentimes people are like, I just can't figure it out. And you just feel unsettled. And it's just like, it's because you don't know what you want. You have to know what you want. You have to be clear and get clear. And that's one of the benefits of having a coach that's going to keep it real with you. Like, why are you doing some of the things that you're doing? A lot of times we have habits and we do things because that's the way we've always done them, or because one of my mentors uses an example of, I can't remember how he says it, how he shares the story, but he's talking about his grandmother cutting off the end of a ham. And so his great-grandmother cut off the end of the ham, and the grandmother cut off the end of the ham, and the mama cuts off the end of the ham, and finally he says, well, why are we cutting off the end of the ham? And come to find out, it was because it was 3 generations ago. The pan that they had was too big, too small for the ham, and so they had to cut off the ham to fit into the pot. And so you live your life doing things that you don't even know why you're doing them. And if you don't know what you want, you're never going to get what you got. Or you're never going to get it. It's going to be unattainable. It's going to remain unattainable. You have to understand, why do you do the things you do? Why are those things important to you? Why do they move you? Ashley Nicole, what's going on, daughter? Hey Vancetta. But if you live your life, like literally generations, you're cutting off the end of a ham, and you don't know why you've been doing it. You did it because grandma did it. Grandma did it because great grandma did it. Great grandma did it because big mama did it. And it goes back generations. And not only with little things like that, but our beliefs are the same way. We believe things that we've been told, and we've never sat down and taken the time to cross-reference it to anything. We're just like, oh, that's what they told us, so I respect this person, so I'm going to believe it, but I'm never going to fact check it. I'm never going to pull a 1099 and say, does this add up? Does this make sense? And furthermore, even if it made sense for them, does it make sense for me? I'm growing up in a whole different world. I'm living a whole new life. I don't have their experiences. I don't have their history. I don't have their pathology necessarily. I have my own story, my own history, my own pathologies, my own beliefs, but they're founded on beliefs that were poured into me oftentimes from infancy through childhood, and we carry that into adulthood, and then we teach that to our young people, but without ever fact checking it and never measuring it up to say, does this still apply? So one of the rules that I have for organizations that I deal with, people that I have in my life, is, you know, every 6 months or so I go through a personal inventory, and I look at the people, the places, the things that I'm doing, the habits that I have. Do these things still serve me? Do they still fit where I'm going? And more importantly, that one extra step, because like I said, if you don't know what you want, you have no chance of getting it. As that's what she says, you have no chance of getting it. Do I still even want the same things? Because a lot of times we'll fight for and we'll chase after something that we wanted 15 years ago. And the who you are now is different than the person who started wanting it 15 years ago. So is that want, is that desire, is that still, do you still have the same needs? More than likely not. But if you don't take that moment to stop, fact check your belief systems, fact check your wants and desires, and put it up to a magnifying glass and say, where does this still fit in my life? Does this still fit in my life? You got to do it with people. You got to do it with things. You got to do it with habits. You have to do it with everything. If you don't know what you want, you're never going to get it. And if you don't ever get what you want, you're always going to feel unfulfilled. You're always going to feel half empty. You're always going to feel like there's something else out there for you. You're never, ever, ever going to be able to love from a place of overflow, because you're always going to be in lack. You're always going to feel like there's something else out there. There's another dream that I got to chase. Realizing if you just take a moment and fact check your beliefs, you know, make that, maybe you do make that investment in that private coach, and you sit down with that coach and say, you know what, in all honesty, this is where I am. I don't know what the hell I want. I don't know what the hell I want. But that's a beginning. That's a start. That's that acknowledgement that something's off. It's just not right. You can't experience life unedited as long as you continue to edit. But oftentimes we're editing for the wrong things. We're editing for everyone else. When you truly can live your life and experience life for you unedited, it doesn't take a whole lot. You'll find more oftentimes than not, it just doesn't take that much to make you happy. And so all the time and all the energy that you spent to go chasing after this stuff, you're like, wow, I really could just be cool chilling in the house. I could really be cool lighting an incense, sitting out by the pool, whatever the case may be. You might want to go. I used to be afraid to go to movies by myself, and I realized I kind of like it, because if I want to go see some sappy movie that's probably going to make me cry, I ain't got to worry about somebody looking at me side-eye like, oh, you crying? What's wrong with you? I'm crying because I felt like it. I'm crying because I'm in my moment. I'm in my element. I'm doing what I want to do in this moment at this time, and I'm not worrying about how does this fit, how does this feel, how does this serve someone else. I'm serving me. When I talk to y'all and I say I'm sold out to my happiness, 190% sold out to my happiness. And I'm so okay with when what I'm doing doesn't necessarily fit what somebody else wants me to do. And if I could tell you how many times I hear friends and so forth tell me all the time, well, you're always too busy. You're always too busy. I'm busy because I love my work. I love the work that I do helping other people. So it doesn't feel like work to me. So yeah, my time is occupied. My time is invested in something that I love to do. So that leaves me less time for some other things that you know, it makes other people feel some kind of way. I don't intend to. I don't intend to. It's not like I'm trying to block out time away from people or anything like that. I just really truly enjoy being with myself and in my own space and being able to have the time to do the things that I want to do, because one of the things that I committed to a long time ago was I said to myself, I want to change the world. I want to change the world in some way. When I leave this place, I want it to be better because I was here. And if I'm always trying to do things that don't move me, don't soothe me, and don't inspire me, then how am I going to move or soothe or motivate someone else? I can't. So if you don't know what you want, you have no chance of getting it. That's the word today. Take some time out. It's a long weekend. Make the investment in yourself to take some time out and figure out, like, am I happy? Do I feel fulfilled? Is there something that I could do that could up level that? Because you can always be more happy. You can always feel more fulfilled. There's always something else you may want to do. Just self-check. Ask yourself, like, is this true? Is there something else that I would like to be doing? I might have a great life. Could I have an even greater one? Never know if you don't sit down and take the time to fact check. If you're somebody who feels like you don't really know what you want, you don't really know where you're going, it might be time. I hear people all the time, hey Chena, hey Lisa, I hear people all the time saying, I'm 30 years old, I'm 40 years old, like there's got to be something more. But then they stop there. And all I'm suggesting is you don't stop there. Keep pursuing, keep searching. And if that means hiring a private coach, hiring a trainer, hiring going out, if you want to do self-help, do that. But I'm suggesting do something that's going to move the needle towards that happiness, that life enrichment, that fulfillment, becoming more spiritually aligned, erasing and curing emotional bankruptcy. Do what you have to do, whatever that looks like for you. And if you need my help, I'm always here. Hit the inbox. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. That's my word for today. That's 30 Books in 30 Weeks, week 21. We are doing Peace from Broken Pieces, one of my favorite books by Iyanla Vanzant. So I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a wrap-up tomorrow on this subject. And then on Monday, we will introduce the book for week 22. Y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing Saturday. And I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for living life on Mars.